It's good. Sound is good. It's loud. You're okay. The best sound in all of Europe, man.
Can't tell how I'm feeling right now, so I'm gonna have to let go.
Come from the U.S. Virgin Islands, from St. Croix, and made my way through Atlanta, Orlando, lived in London for some time, lived in LA for the longest, and now I'm here, almost 5 years. My parents are really super into music. Like, my dad was into the old soul thing, always had records playing, and my mother's a big Broadway fan. So I was in plays as a little kid, and so that's kind of how I started, was doing musicals. And I never looked back from then. It was always just what I loved. To be honest, I didn't know what I wanted to do. At first I was just singing, but it was, I was really into, like, when I became a teenager, I was really into R&B, like Boyz II Men and Jodeci and like all the boy bands of R&B, you know, I was really into that. And so I started singing more of that style. And then as I got older, I kind of found my sound, which was much more of the old soul. You know, it's kind of what comes through me naturally. Turning point, there's a few, but I'd say the first turning point was when I actually wanted to quit music. I was living in LA, and I was going through this depression, and I never thought depression was something I always heard about it, but I never thought it would be something that I would experience. I wanted to quit music. I mean, I didn't want to, but I felt like, should I? Because I was like rock bottom. I had nothing and nothing to show for everything I'd done. In that moment, I started stripping away all the things that didn't make me happy, and one of those things was, you know, I was always trying to get the next gig for money. And so I kind of eliminated that, and I just started saying, I'm just going to do music to be pure again. And once I did that, that's when things started going well for me, when I took away all the negativity and just went back to the basics.
I remember when the lights went down and we all looked pretty.
The LA experience was amazing, and most of all, I learned so much because it's so difficult to make it in anything. But, and, you know, and everyone pours into the city to do something, which I really found inspiring. Like, I was never intimidated by that. I love that everyone's there, like, with this, you know, ambition. But I'd say, you know, LA, it allowed me to hone my craft, and it allowed me to learn how to promote myself, learn how to perform, and you know, if you can get a crowd to move in LA, you can do it anywhere in the world. So I'm really grateful to have had 11 years there to work on who I was as an artist. We got pretty big in terms of a local act. On any given night at the bigger venues, we could bring, you know, around 150 to 200 people, which in LA is actually a ton of people because most bands can't even bring 15. So yeah, we got pretty well known on that little circuit, and again, it was just allowing me to try new things on stage, off stage, with music, with my band, all of that. So yeah, I'm so grateful for LA. This is 2011, and I did a vocal remix. I heard Kiss Kiss on Pandora radio. I'll never forget it. I was in my kitchen, and I just started singing this, you know, words were coming and melody and everything. And I was like, man, I got to record this. So I did. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna send it to him. Who knows if I'll ever get an email back, but I think it's pretty cool, you know? So I sent it to him, and like within a couple days, I got an email back from him directly. And he loved it and said, you know, would you like to be on my next album? Try a collaboration. So from there, I've been on every album since then, and then worked my way into the band, somehow, some way. I was coming here for 10 years, every year. I had a friend here who I'd met in London. So, you know, I checked out Athens one time. I really liked it. I came back another year, I liked it more, and then I just started coming. It was one of those things, man. I said, you know, one day I want to live there. And that day just happened to be in 2016. I came on another visit, and I never left. And that was it. I just said, you know what? I have so much more going on in Europe. I love Athens. I love Greece. Why would I go back to LA? And that was the moment where it was just like, I'm staying. This country has made me a better person, and I mean that with all my heart. Just all the little ways of the hospitality here, and community, and how people are. You know, I was, and I think it's okay, I was very self-centered in the LA days, because you sort of have to be. But coming here, it's just, it gives me that sense of community, and just thinking of others before yourself. And that's definitely given me a peace in my own life. So I just feel so much more centered here than anywhere else I've ever been. Athens is kind of like everything. There's this like laid-back mentality, which is like where I'm from, in the Virgin Islands. And then you've got the kind of a feel of New York, because things are open so late and you can always find something to do. And then I love that you have Imitos, Philippapu to go and sort of get. It's right here in the city, but you can go to these mountains and just be outside of the city and have this nature. And then the nightlife. It's very LA, man. It's got everything I like. Yeah. Let's plug some places. I like rum very much, so I love Babarum. It's one of my favorite places. On a Sunday, Monday, when I want to just go chill out, I like to go to Verve Cafe, soul-themed cafe, MCD. And then just in general, like just being in the streets here, it's just so, there's an electric feeling, you know, pre-quarantine, of course. I feel like I live in Athens and Vienna, because that's where, you know, they're all based. So basically I fly from here to Vienna, you know, whether it be for rehearsals, recordings. It's where we catch the bus as well for the tours. So that's sort of my commute, is back and forth between these two cities. It's been really difficult. I think we're one of the industries who's been hardest hit, you know. What's more indicative of live music than a ton of people all together experiencing something. So who knows when we get to have that back, obviously. We're all hoping, but yeah, it's been difficult, but at the same time, it's given me time to do my own stuff. I have an album coming out next year, 2021. So I've had time to work on that. And I'm really taking that seriously. Like I get up and I have a regimen of, like, you know, I'm going to the studio for this time to this time, and I have all day to work on that stuff. So I've been featured on so many producers' tracks, and it's nice to finally be doing Anduze, you know, my thing. It's one of those dates that I circled, you know. It's, as they say, was Release Festival here in Athens, 2020. Just to be here with the band, my people, you know, to have my friends in the crowd, and just to perform here in Athens, which was actually the first time I performed with Parov Stelar in the band, was 2018, I think, Release. So I was really looking forward to it. I think we had a day off between, so we were gonna, you know, be all over the city. I was gonna take these guys around, and of course, you know, it's disappointing, but I'm really hopeful that it happens next year. Right now, really excited. We have a song, I have a collaboration with a Greek artist called Man Called Shadow, called High Hopes. And been really lucky to have that all over the radio here in Greece, and #1 on a station in Vienna right now. So really excited about that. Other than that, what else do I have? I got my album, like I said, coming up 2021. I have a single with Grammatic coming out on his next album, and that's also early 2021. And that's it, man, just pouring myself into my album mostly. So, but yeah, little things coming up.
I seek it, the deeper the need.